What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. Today, I'm just going to give you a couple trades that went down today. We had the Diamondbacks getting Jace Peterson, a utility guy from the Oakland Athletics. And in return, the Athletics got Chad Patrick. And Oakland is also paying $1.5 million for the rest of the season on Jace Peterson's contract and $5 million on next season's contract. Jace is hitting 221 average, OBP of 313 and slugging percentage of 324 with 6 home runs. And Patrick has a 4.71 ERA in AA. Diamondbacks, man, I think they're gearing up for a big run. They've seen the moves that the Dodgers have been making and the rumored moves that the Dodgers are in right now. I think they're rumored for Verlander. So who knows if that happens. He has a no trade clause, so he could waive it and he also could not. So that's that. The Cubs get right-hander Jose Cuas, who is 3-0 with a 4.45 ERA. He has 52 strikeouts and 41.2 innings pitched. And Kansas City gets Nelson Velasquez in return, a AAA guy. He is hitting 253 with an OBP of 333, slugging 469 with 16 home runs and 44 RBIs. So the Royals think that this guy might be MLB ready either this year or next year. They have nothing to play for right now, so they have the luxury of giving this kid a shot if he performs well within the first month. Jose Cuas gives the Cubs some relief help, which is what they needed. I'm surprised that the Cubs turned into buyers, and they can only get better from here because after the All-Star break, they were on a little losing streak, and then they got hot and won 7 games and in a row. And then that turned them from sellers into buyers. The Reds get Sam Moe and international cap space. And Seattle gets Joe Boyle. Sam Moe has a record of 0-3 with a 4.54 ERA, 37.2 innings pitched, and 46 strikeouts. And Joe Boyle is 6-5 with a 4.5 ERA, 84 innings pitched, and 122 strikeouts in AA this year. On to the next one. We have the San Francisco Giants acquiring AJ Pollock and utility guy Mark Mathias from Seattle. And Seattle is going to get a player to be named later or some cash. Pollock is hitting 173 with 5 home runs and 15 RBIs. And Mark is hitting 231 with no home runs and 4 RBIs. I feel like they just let go of these guys because they were struggling heavily and they just couldn't deal with it. So they got what they can for them, which is either a player to be named later or some cash. We've got the Cubs acquiring Jeimer Candelario, who is hitting 258 with 16 home runs and 53 RBIs. And Washington gets back Kevin Made and DJ Hers. Kevin Made is in high A ball right now. So I don't think he's going to make the pros within the next probably within the next 2-3 years he'll be in the major leagues if he progresses. He is hitting 240 with 3 home runs and 25 RBIs. And the left-handed pitcher, DJ Hers, is in Double-A, which he could see the field sooner rather than later because the Nationals are out of contention. He has an ERA of 3.97 with 59 innings pitched and 80 strikeouts. I mean, if this is what it took to go get Jeimer Candelario, I'm extremely disappointed in the Yankees because that's cheap. You got guys that maybe might see the field in 3 or 4 years. Not high-end talent, and you get a guy that is going to be able to produce at third base or any infield spot in that case. So this move, I mean, I'm just disappointed in the Yankees because Jeimer Candelario was on their radar, and it took practically nothing to get him. So I say the Cubs win this trade because the Nationals, I mean, they're gearing up for the future. They have some good prospects in their organization, but these guys are not high-end prospects. And again, they're not going to see the field for at least 3-4 years. The Brewers get Mark Canha for Justin Jarvis. Canha is hitting 245 with 6 home runs and 29 RBIs. He was also heard saying that if the Mets would have won earlier, they would have been buyers instead of sellers, which is kind of on his part because he was one of the signings a couple years ago when they went out and practically got everybody. And he just didn't produce. So it was his turn to go out the door. And Jarvis is in the AAA. He has 87 innings pitched with 102 strikeouts, 6-6 record with a 4.3 ERA. So, I mean, with the Mets being sellers at this point after getting rid of Scherzer, in talks with getting rid of Verlander, I see Jarvis making a couple starts in the professional level. The Diamondbacks get Paul Sewald for 3 minor league prospects. Sewald is 3-1 on the season with a 2.93 ERA and 43 innings pitched with 60 strikeouts. Again, Diamondbacks are gearing up their bullpen so that it can make a run in the NL West or the wild card, depending on where the Dodgers end up in. The prospects that they traded for him are Dominic Canzone, Josh Rojas, and Ryan Bliss. The Rays get Aaron Civale for Kyle Manzardo. Civale is 5-2 with a 2.34 ERA, 77 innings pitched, and 58 strikeouts. And Kyle is in AAA, averaging 238 with 11 home runs and 38 RBIs. I mean, Civale, he's not the greatest, but he's not the worst. So he's a guy that will help the Rays going down the stretch because they have some guys that are out due to injury. So yeah, I mean, I like this for the Rays. There's one team, obviously, the Yankees, that has not made a move at all. And they are 4 games out of the wild card. So I think they're just relying on everybody coming back from the injured list, which, I mean, okay, but that is not trade deadline news. We've been waiting on these guys forever, like Jonathan Loizaga, Nestor Cortez. We just got Judge back. So I feel like Cashman is just out there just talking, saying, oh, we want this, we want that, but he's not doing anything to get any deal done right now, because everybody that I heard that we were in on is gone. Randall Grichuk, Jamie Candelario, Belly's going to stay with the Cubs because they are buyers now at this point. So, I mean, I feel like we missed out on a couple guys. I would like them to go out and get, what's his name? Salvador Perez from the Royals. I feel like he can help out the catching position offensively and also defensively. And that is one of the things they're looking for. Cashman came out and said they're looking for a left fielder and a catcher and potentially a third baseman. So hopefully that gets done before the trade deadline on August 1st at 6 p.m. And now on to the next topic. How many of my Yankee fans are sick of Aaron Boone? Tonight, he came out and said that Domingo Germán was not available to pitch tonight because he was sick. So we sent Rob Marinaccio down. We brought up Johnny Brito to make the start. He goes 4 innings, gives up 5. We end up losing 5-1. And who was in the bullpen warming up after Brito had gotten hit around? You got it right. Domingo Germán. The same guy that Aaron Boone came out and said, oh, he's not healthy to pitch tonight. So my question is, why didn't you start him? Why is it that every time I see you on the big screen, you are confused? I feel like you don't really know what you're doing. You are just put there in a great spot. The Yankees name across your chest. And you just don't know what you're doing. You're letting these guys' success determine your success when you should be making their success. I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. His outfit choice is annoying too. He's always wearing a cut sleeve sweater with a long sleeve shirt under it. I just don't understand. I just really don't understand. Why can't you just maybe wear like a regular hoodie or, I don't know, the jersey, just like every other coach? Like, why do you feel like you are above everybody else? Is it because of that 2003 home run that you hit in the ALCS to move on to the World Series against Tim Wakefield and the Red Sox? Because if so, you need to get over it, bud. It's been year after year of just disappointment, and there needs to be a change in management. Cashman just sits there and lies to the fans sometimes. And again, I'm tired of it, man. I want Boone gone. I know we just signed him to an extension not too long ago, but I want him gone. I want him out. I said it the other day in the baseball chat. We can bring back Joe Girardi to coach. We can put Jeter in the offices upstairs because he played a big role in changing the Marlins and making them win back in 2020 with COVID in the shortened season. And also in 2021, he was able to make the playoffs both years with those teams. And then the upper management didn't like the way that he was running things. So they said, Jeter, you're gone. Or actually, Jeter walked away because they didn't see the vision. And so Jeter just walked out. Bring Jeter up, put him in the suites above. Andy Pettit just joined the pitching staff. We can get Jorge Posada to help out with the offense, and then we can get Mariano Rivera, right? The core four, pretty much. Bring them back, put them on the coaching staff, give these guys some energy, because right now I feel like Aaron Boone, every time I see him on the TV again, he just looks dumbfounded. And then every interview he does, when people question his moves, he is always just so, I don't even know how to say it. He's just, it's really annoying to watch. He is always like, oh, then why don't you manage? I mean, boom. I can probably do a better job managing this team than you are. Give me a shot. How about that? Sick and tired of it. Figure it out. Okay. Love the Yankees to death, but this year has been and it just can't happen anymore. There needs to be a change. We've got a series with the Rays this week, and then the Astros come to town after just losing a weekend series against the first place Orioles. And Judge came back Friday night. He went 0 for 1 with 3 walks, and then he goes on Saturday. He goes and gets 3 hits with a home run, and he sits on Sunday. A series that you need to win to start. We need to start building up series wins and wins against our division. And that right there, that game last night, the Orioles were able to take the season series lead at 7-6, which honestly isn't terrible. I'm sure we will see them again, but that's a big game for the standings. You know, I believe we are 9 games back right now. We lost tonight, so we could be 10 games back. So I just really want change in the management role for the Yankees. If it's not done, I feel like we won't get over this hump. So that's that. That's all I got for y'all tonight. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.